Hello again, racing fans. Thanks for joining me, Rouvaun Smit, here on A Sure Thing, as we're focusing on midweek action at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Wednesday afternoon. Now, before we get to that, let's quickly recap the weekend's action. One Stripe, now, without a shadow of a doubt, the best 3-all in the country after winning the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas. A horse that I think we can follow with confidence going forward. We'll still hear lots about him in the coming weeks and months that remain in this current racing season. We had indifferent results in the two supporting features. Sarki, very disappointing in the Victor Stakes as odds-on favourite. Let's take nothing away from the winner, who was Rainbow Lorikeet, and these two will probably renew rivalry in the Paddock Stakes on Lomara King's Plate Day. Biggest upset at 50-1 came in the Peninsula Handicap, where the Futurists went from start to finish under Anthony Andrews. That certainly was a jolt to all the exotics, with the likes of Otterluke, Infrared and Future Swing running on the remaining pack for second, third and fourth, and they'll all probably renew rivalry in the premiers on Lomara King's Plate Day. So that's a meeting that, again, one can look forward to at the beginning of January. But let's get into the action for this coming Wednesday, where the first of 8 races gets underway at 12:30. You, of course, need to be on 5 minutes before that with your Hollywoodbet Punted Challenge selections. It's a free entry. If you are the one person that picks all 8 winners on the card, you've taken the bet slip, and you're the only person that comes out tops, you will be an instant millionaire. So get the selections on, and hopefully I can help you find 1 or 2 of them as we work our way through this card. Race 1, the maiden plate, over 1,000 metres, 8 runners to contest the first race on the programme, and I'm looking no further than the odds-on favourite. And I think it's probably going to be a confident selection for many people. The start of doubles and trebles and probably a banker in the opening leg of the bipot. Richard Free, Paul Reeves, they open the meeting on Saturday. They'll probably open the meeting on Wednesday. I thought that was an excellent debut. Was challenging strongly in the closing stages, first time out. Any amount of improvement can be expected. The fourth horse in that race has subsequently come out and franked that form line, so that certainly gives him a boost. And I think Flying Finley will be a tough nut to crack in the opener. Biggest danger will be number 8, Summer Snow. That was a much improved last effort. The blinker's done the trick, and I think he'll probably give number 4, Flying Finley, the most to think about. For third, I'm going with number 1, Vivo Pelé. Took on winners last time out. Now against the boys, I think could give them a run for their money. So it goes in as one of the minor selections. And then number 1, Maneka as my fourth choice selection. Very disappointing last couple, particularly the last one. We're very, very slow into stride. If jumping on terms and finding some of that earlier good form, I think Maneka could run into the money. So 4, 8, 3 and 1 are the numbers to go with in the opener. Second race on the card is an open maiden, where 12 runners will contest this 2,000-metre race. And it's 28-10 the field in race 2, 3 English Mistress and 11 Express Yourself are the joint favourites. I'm in fact going for neither of them. I'm going for a bit of value with number 5, Asana Tanga. This one incidentally has shortened from 7.15 into 5-1 on Hollywoodbets.net. I thought that was a much improved last run. I think we'll enjoy the step up in trip. The third horse in that race has come out and franked the form line, so that all bodes well for Asana Tanga's chances, and I think there's much more to come with the blinkers. So that's my first choice, ahead of 1 Golden Grey, who stayed on for third over the course and distance, so he'll be ideally suited to this track and trip. And then the 2 principal contenders for third and fourth, English Mistress. She was second in her only start. She's taking on the boys. She can give them a run for their money. And then, of course, number 11, Express Yourself, who's got decent form coming into the race for my fourth choice. 5 from 1, 3 and 11 in race number 2. Moving on to race 3 on today's card, and that's the Cape Sea Stakes, where 12 runners will face the starter at the 2,000-metre mark. And immediately, my fellow number 1 to the moon and back, and I thought, yes, sir. 2 runs back, ran second to Groove Jet. Last time out, franked the form. So that one should be the one to give Groove Jet the biggest run for its money. But then when I got to Groove Jet, I realised, no. That's the one we're going with, Groove Jet. And in fact, I shortened from 1.82 into 1.43 on Hollywoodbets.net. This one won well when beating To the Moon and Back. Has run second twice over this distance, and I do think being a model of consistency, will be a tough nut to crack. JP van der Merwe, Justin Snaith, they team up. We're going with that one. Ahead of To the Moon and Back for third, I'm going with 6 Aladdin Stamp, who's having his third one after rest. And for fourth, with number 8, Pinot Grigio. And that was a very good post-maiden run. A repeat of that will, of course, bring that one into the reckoning as well. 4 from 1, 6 and 8, the numbers in race number 3. Moving on to race 4 on the program, which is a Class 4, where 9 runners will face the starter at the 1400 meter mark. And I thought, Zeist, this one should certainly be the one we can go with. But then as I turned the page, I realized, but hold on, there's Hoodia as well from the Andre Nel yard, and you could probably make a case for either of them. In the end, after having gone through the balance, I decided to put my eggs in the basket of number 6, Air Raid. This one incidentally opened 2.5, has eased out to 2.86 in the betting. Alda de Meyer, Candace Bass Robbins, and they have 3 winners on the weekend, so they will certainly be trying to get amongst the winners again on Wednesday. This has got solid form, was running on strongly last time out. The form line of that last run has been frank, will enjoy the step up in trip, and is having a third run after race. So you see, all the factors are definitely in Air Raid's favour, and to me, that's the one I'm going with to win it, ahead of number 9, Touchdown, who was narrowly beaten last time out, has got decent form, not without a chance. And then the 2 Nel runners, 1 Zeist and 8 Hoodia. Both of them cannot be ignored in this kind of a lineup, and I'm going with them for third and fourth respectively. So 6, 9, 1 and 8, the numbers in race number 4. Race number 5 on the program is a Class 4 to be run over 1600 meters, and 9 runners will contest this race. And there are a couple of them that are renewing rivalry. 2 Prime Venture, 3 Unicorn Alert, and 4 Empire State. They all renewing rivalry. Now 2 Prime Venture, if you look at that one, is a 1.5 kilo bid over the weights for a 1.5 length beating by Empire State. 3 Unicorn Alert is also a 1.5 kilo bid over the weights, but this one for a 1.9 length beating. So I thought that should bring them closer, if not maybe able to reverse the form with number 4 Empire State. But when I got to Empire State, I thought, no, neither of them will be able to beat this one. And Empire State currently is 1.52 in the betting. That's the one I'm going with. I think this is a horse that's still on the up, was moving up very strongly last time out, travelling like a winner, only to get caught in the shadow of the post. And a repeat of that run, as far as I'm concerned, will make Empire State a hard horse to beat if seeing out the 1600 meters. For second, I'm going with 9 Happy Days. Now, look at this horse's runs when fitted with blinkers. Always there. In fact, with blinkers, 1 finished second and was in the money as well second. The time before that when it was fitted with blinkers. So a big run can be expected from 9 Happy Days with the blinkers. I'm going with that one for second. And then the 2 that's renewing rivalry with Empire State for third and fourth. 3 Unicorn Alert and 2 Prime Venture for third and fourth respectively. 4, 9, 3 and 2 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 5. Moving on to race 6 on the program. And in race 6, number 6 Kamchatka certainly stands out on current form. Was second over the course and distance after 2 back-to-back wins. I thought this one, being lightly raced, has got plenty of scope still for further improvement. I do think there's more to come, and Andre Nel and Corne Offer will in all likelihood win the 6th race on the card. But I thought there's a horse that keeps jumping at me, and that's the one just ahead of it in the winning form, and that's number 5 Glee Club. This horse Summer has been attracting my attention since I opened the card and looked at this race. I thought this one, because it over-raced last time out, if it can just settle this time round, that one can certainly give Kamchatka a run for its money. And I am going to go with that one as my value selection in the race to win it. But Kamchatka, as I said, does stand out as the horse they have to beat. So I'm looking for value with 5 Glee Club ahead of 6 Kamchatka. For third, I'm going with number 8, Jet to the Sun, who's got decent form and will certainly be staying on at the business end of affairs. And then with number 3, Senorita Victoria, third one off the rest for fourth. 5, 6, 8 and 3 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 6. Moving on to the penultimate race on the program, race number 7, and this is a Class 5 where 8 runners will line up top of the straight at the 1200. And when I looked at this, I thought, now who am I going to go with? Am I going to go with Peter Wrench, who's got two very lively contenders, or am I going to go with Adam Marcus, who's also got two lively contenders? And it's a pretty wide open affair as far as the betting is concerned. In the end, I decided to go with Peter Wrench and number 2, Explicit Content, even though number 8, Tambourine Man, is half a kilogram better off for a 0.5 length beating by Explicit Content. But Explicit Content to me is ultra consistent, will be up with a pace, will be staying on in the closing stages, and may be hard to peg back. And I'm going with that one ahead of number 3, True Horizon, as my second choice. That was a very good run behind subsequent winner December Dawn last time out. And on the strength of that, I'm going with that one for second. Then for third, I'm going with number 1, Champagne Mac, paid Puerto Richard Free. Richard Free can never be left out, especially in open races like this. Solid form, blinkers are off. I'm giving that one the verdict for third. And then for fourth, I'm giving number 8, Tambourine Man, his chance in this selections. 2, 3, 1 and 8 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 7. That takes us on to the lucky last of the day, and race 8 is the Cape B Stakes, fillies and mares, where 13 runners will line up at the 1100 metre mark, and I thought Candace Bass Robinson holds the key to the outcome of this race, and it wouldn't surprise me if any one of her 4 runners, either the Charleston or Fun Zone or Trip to Maputo, even Kailami Girl, were to win it. If you were going to take the jockey arrangements into account, you'll probably side with number 6, Kailami Girl. Am I ever going to side with the Charleston? Morne Vinard normally rides exceptionally well for Candace Bass Robinson. Third run after rest. This one last time out got beaten by the shortest of shortheads on the line, was travelling very, very strongly in the closing stages. Just got one out of it. A repeat of that, I think, makes this horse a big run, and I'm going with that one ahead of who many people will say is the stable choice, number 6, Kailami Girl. For third, I'm going with number 7, Arista, who is back from a 21-week break, and if not in need of the run, and brings that previous form to the track, could get into the money. And for fourth, I'm going with number 2, Porquet de Vos, who will be speedy, up there staying on in the closing stages. 1 from 6, 7 and 2, the numbers in the last of the afternoon. And that's it with our preview for racing at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Wednesday afternoon. Trust I've helped you maybe find a winner or two. Hope you find the value on the day. And I do hope that at the end of the day, you're going to hit them to stand and collect in the winner's queue. From me, Rouvaun Smit, till next time, you take care. Cheers for now.